York's fourth no-hitter thrown in the big leagues this season, joining Ronel Blanco, Dylan Cease, and Blake Snell. It's the first no-hitter for the Cubs since 2021, which was also a combined no-no. Alec Mills threw the last solo no-hitter for the Northsiders back in 2020. 12-0 is your final out at Wrigley. And who better to bring in as we now welcome in CBS Sports MLB writer and resident Cubs supporter Matt Snyder on the heels of their combined no-no. And this is the first Cubs no-hitter at Wrigley since 1972. So I know you enjoyed watching this one. Played in 12 runs and playing a perfect game defensively. But I want to get your overall reaction to Wednesday's win over the Pirates.
Brilliant outing by Shota Imanaga, obviously, and then you've got the two relievers coming on to get those 6 outs, and they did it really, really quickly. I wasn't even really ready to come on for this spot for a second. Like, hey, guys, you know, work some deeper counts, Pirates or something. Give me a chance here. Again, great outing by Imanaga. He's been unbelievable this year. He should be in the race for Rookie of the Year, but, I mean, it's Paul Skeens and Jackson Merrill at the top there. Jackson Chourio of the Brewers. That's a really, really crowded field, but he's been amazing. And there is something that I would want to go back to, and that was in the 6th inning when Isaac Paredes made 2 consecutive errors, and it extended Imanaga by 7 pitches. I just wonder if he was at 88 pitches through 7, if maybe Craig Counsell would have let him go for the no-hitter. But look, it's fun to have a combined no-hitter. It's just not near as fun when it's multiple people instead of just a starting pitcher going the distance.
Okay, I want to ask you something on the heels of that. Do you think combined no-hitters kind of take away from the fun of it all? Are no-hitters or combined no-nos kind of meaningless now?
We've just seen so many in this day and age of specialization and starting pitchers who have, you know, the kid gloves on them from the organization. The first time we started seeing this frequently, it feels like it was about 10 years ago, but now it's kind of old hat. I mean, we've even seen it in the World Series. And the 2022 World Series, the Astros in Philadelphia threw a combined no-hitter. So in the Cubs, the previous Cubs no-hitter was in 2021. That was a combined no-hitter with 4 pitchers in that one. This one was only 3. Yeah, I would much rather be talking about a starting pitcher who went the distance and threw a no-hitter. That seems like that's what should count. But you know what? It's still pretty cool for the Cubs fans who were in attendance today, not only to see such a blowout win and see a 12-0 win with 17 hits, saw some home runs, saw a lot of cool extra base hits, saw a lot of traffic on the bases for their team, hardly any traffic for the Pirates. And, hey, they saw a no-hitter. So that it technically counts. So, hey, whatever.
It's still impressive nonetheless, but I want to dive into Imanaga's outing. I mean, they took him out after 7. He was at 95 pitches. His highest outing was 103. I just want to get your thoughts. I know we talk about, you know, it's more impressive, obviously, when it's a solo no-hitter, but considering pulling him at 7, what's your thoughts on that timing there?
A couple things here. Number one, Justin Steele just went on the injured list, and the Cubs are technically still in the wild card race. So Craig Counsell's probably worried about keeping the rest of the rotation healthy and not overextending a guy just for an individual accomplishment. Also, a reliever got up in the bullpen in the 2nd inning. And the only reason that would happen is if the trainers talked to Imanaga and his translator and they thought something might not be right with him. Maybe in light of that, whatever that was, and we'll find out more after Counsell talks to the media after the game here, but maybe there was something there like, hey, I definitely can't overextend him here. The other thing is, since it was through 7 innings and not 8, and he was 8 pitches away from his season high, maybe the thought process was, man, he's not going to get 2 more here before we get up into a range we don't want to be. And that's one of the reasons I thought about those 2 Paredes errors, which cost him 7 pitches. If he was at 88 pitches through 7 innings, maybe they would have given him the 8th just to see how many pitches it took in the 8th, just to feel out if he could go back out for the 9th.
Yeah, that certainly could have changed how his outing went. But you talk about maybe preserving him. Maybe something could be right or wrong, whatever it might be. But I just think about the long term when it comes to pitchers. The Cubs, let's be honest, they've been red hot as of late. They've now won 7 of their last 9. What do you think about them? Do you think they can potentially make a run here?
I'm not bullish on their chances to make a wild card, especially the way the Mets are playing right now. Like, the Braves are in the spot. The Braves have won a couple games back-to-back now. The Mets are going crazy. They're so hot. And the Cubs were 4.5 games heading into tonight. That's still a very tall order here when you're dealing with trying to pass 2 teams instead of just one, and you don't have a lot of head-to-head action in there where you can make up games on your own. So you're counting on a lot of other teams to beat up on two teams, including, as I said, the Mets, who have been so hot basically since the start of June, especially with Steele going on the injured list today with the elbow injury. He's the ace of the club. It's just too tall of a hill to climb, in my opinion. And I would go back and look at Monday. They had a 3-0 lead going into the 8th inning, and they blew that game. If you're going to try to climb this type of a hill, you cannot make mistakes like that against the Pittsburgh Pirates if you want to be a playoff team.
Yeah, a tall hill to climb, but overall, overarching story, it was impressive outing for the Cubs, regardless of which way you kind of look at it. Matt Snyder, congrats on the win, and thanks so much for stopping by. Speaking of being impressive, take a look at the most no-hitters by a franchise in MLB history. Cubs now with the 3rd most no-hitters behind the White Sox and the Dodgers, tied for the 3rd most alongside the Giants and Astros. And just adding that check onto their list following a brilliant outing from Shota Imanaga.